Hello, welcome. You all okay? You look very nice. I feel a little underdressed now. For those who don't know, my name's John. You've probably seen me pottering about today. For those who do know me, I'm not looking at any laptops today, so put them away. I know you're thinking that by videotaping this and doing it all in advance, I'm cheating a little bit, and to some degree, yes, you're completely right. My thinking was that it's only a matter of time before someone on one of the sides of the family has a drink and thinks it's funny to start heckling me. You people know who you are. I'm not about to start pointing fingers and embarrassing individuals, but you know, you've been warned. Okay, so here goes. Right, first you want to reach under your seats and grab hold of the envelope that's attached to the bottom of them. Just open that up for me. Go ahead. Okay. I'm just kidding with you, there's no envelopes. I spent the money for that in Vegas. I hope that works. Anyway, when I realised I was to write a best man speech, I thought of all the unique and innovative ideas that I could think of to bring to a best man speech. Didn't really think of any, so I just Googled it. After searching for a couple of hours on Google, I came across quite a lot of unique and interesting websites. Then I realised what I was supposed to be searching for, and thought that I'd best clear my history. Some sites suggest that part of the speech could be stories from the stag do, which I thought was a fantastic idea. So to sum up Steve's stag do, the Grand Canyon was empty, Hoover Dam was large, but Vegas as a whole was actually quite quiet, and people do forget that it's mostly desert over there. I'm sure you've all seen the pictures from Facebook anyway. And apart from 200 odd images which look like the cast of Reservoir Dogs doing a catalogue shoot for Next, there isn't really much else worth seeing. The other remotely exciting thing that happened was Steve's drunken marriage to Britney Spears, but that got annulled the next day, so it hardly even really counts as a story. The most obvious thing I can really do is to bring out some comical and embarrassing stories from Steve's past, but then I thought, how can I do this in a way that's completely different from every other boring speech ever told? And then it hit me. Welcome to the news at Steve. In business news, late last year local entrepreneur Stephen Hewitt devised a cunning plan to make his first million by selling hot drinks to temperature impaired tourists during the illumination period. Unfortunately, Stephen lost his bottle 10 minutes into his first outing and went home with his drink dispenser very much between his legs. This has left Steve with a huge drink dispenser and enough hot chocolate to power an old folks home for the year. Let's not count out this future Donald Trump wannabe yet though. In sporting news, Stephen took up mixed martial arts at the end of last year and became a respectable second during his first grappling tournament in March. Since then, the semi-final bout has been uploaded to YouTube and has received almost 200 hits. It would seem that Steve has his own hardcore following that love nothing more than watching him get down and sweaty on the mat. Anyway, that's all for tonight. Don't have nightmares. Welcome back. Well, as Steve is such a squeaky clean and respectable young gentleman, there weren't really that many stories to tell about him that were going to embarrass him, so I figured we need to get Jenny involved a little bit here too. Lots of you know that Steve and Jenny have been together for a long time, and that they're madly in love with each other. What a lot of you might not know is just how this romance started. So I thought, what better opportunity than to do a run through of just how this romance blossomed, in the form of storyboards. Much like the happy couple Paul and Christine, Steve and Jenny also met at Montgomery High School, where Jenny was the object of Steve's desire for quite a number of years. Anyway, after recently splitting up from her ex, it was one night in year 11 where Steve and Jenny shared their first kiss under the romantic moonlight of the Library Gardens in Bisburn Village. Steve came back to school on Monday morning full of hope and promise, only to find out that Jenny got back together with her ex, much to Steve's dismay. However, that relationship wasn't to last, and after walking home from another night at the Library Gardens, Jenny and Steve finally started dating each other, and all was peachy. Unfortunately, due to irreconcilable differences, Steve and Jenny split up after 3 months, just weeks before their GCSE exams. It was then some months later when Jenny was informed that Steve still liked her by Blackpool's very own answer to Cilla Black, Paul Hyams. While out one night in Blackpool,
After this, Steve and Jenny arranged to meet up with each other on bonfire night using a new technology called mobile phones. Both now having finished school and being much more grown up, they chose to meet at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. In the arcade. Well, whether it was all the candy floss or the adrenaline from the Grand National, the two finished the night with a kiss and their romance was back on track. Since then, Steve and Jenny have been inseparable and are now living in their own house ready to plan the next step of their long lives together, thus ending this fairy tale story.
Okay, well I hope you all enjoyed that. I'm going to pass you over to the other guy now to finish off. Let's see if you can get through it without stuttering. No pressure, Gareth. Bye.